Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are cracking open the, let's be honest, pretty complex world of cryptocurrency trading. If you are an absolute beginner, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to use insights from a really experienced market educator to build up your understanding one step at a time. All right, let's just jump right in with the question that's on everybody's mind. Can you actually get rich doing this? Is this a real path to making money? Or is it all just, hype? And the answer from our source is, surprisingly, a very blunt yes. But, and this is a huge but, you have to learn the rules. Why? Because most people who try this are actually losing money. That tells you right away that knowledge isn't just a nice to have here. It's basically your survival guide. So, before we even think about making a trade, we need to map out the territory. Let's get a really clear picture of the landscape we're dealing with, because it is a world of incredible highs and some really scary lows. And this is the fundamental deal with crypto. You have to understand this duality. On one hand, you've got this incredible opportunity for profit, but on the other, you have extreme volatility and risk. The very thing that lets the price shoot up like a rocket, that's called volatility, is the exact same thing that can make it crash and burn. They are two sides of the very same coin. To really get what's going on in this market, we've got to rewind. Let's go all the way back to the beginning and ask, what even is this stuff, and why was it created in the first place? Okay, so at its very core, it's a pretty revolutionary idea. Just think about it for a second. The ability to send money or value to anyone, anywhere on Earth, almost instantly, and you don't need to ask a bank or a government for permission. That was the big, powerful idea that started it all. And this timeline really shows that Bitcoin wasn't just some tech experiment born in a garage. Nope. It was a direct response to the 2008 global financial crisis. That was the moment when huge banks were collapsing and public trust just evaporated. And out of that chaos, someone, an anonymous person or group, created Bitcoin as a totally different way of doing things. And these three things are what make it so different from, say, the dollar or the euro. First, it's a tool for transferring money. Second, it's decentralized. No one is in charge. And third, and this is a big one, there's a limited supply. They can't just print more of it. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Period. Right, so after Bitcoin kicked the door down, a flood of other cryptocurrencies followed. So let's take a look at how this whole universe expanded, because we're not just talking about one coin anymore. We're talking about thousands. The way to think about it is actually pretty simple. You've got Bitcoin, the original, the big one. Our source even calls it the mother currency. And then you have everything else. All those other thousands of coins are called altcoins, which is just short for alternative coins. And they range from really serious projects to, well, complete and utter scams. And it's in this wild west of altcoins that so many beginners get absolutely burned by one of the oldest tricks in the financial playbook. What's so wild about this is just how simple and brutal the scheme is. Here's how it works. A group of insiders will hype up some worthless coin, creating this crazy buying frenzy that makes the price just skyrocket. That's the pump. Then, once the price is at its peak, they sell everything they own, the dump, which causes the price to crash to basically zero, leaving everybody else holding a worthless digital bag. Okay, so knowing all these dangers, how do people actually try to make money in crypto? Well, it really boils down to two completely different mindsets, two different games, playing the long game versus playing the short game. On one side, you have investing, or as it's famously called in crypto, hodling. That's all about buying something you believe in and holding on for the long haul, maybe for years. Trading, on the other hand, couldn't be more different. It's a super active game. You're constantly buying and selling, trying to make a profit from those wild price swings, sometimes in the same day or even the same hour. And here's where a source makes a really crucial point about his personal strategy. He's actually not a big fan of long-term crypto investing because of the risk that a project might just fail. But he says in the act of trading that volatility, that's where he has found a tremendous opportunity. All right, so if you're going to be a trader, you're going to need some tools. Let's open up the toolkit and look at the three main ways that traders actually engage with the crypto market. So spot trading is the most straightforward. You just buy the actual coin, and you own it. Simple. But futures and options, well, that's where things get more advanced and way more powerful. Think of them as contracts that let you bet on which direction the price is headed, up or down. And here's the kicker. They let you use something called leverage. Now listen up, because leverage is probably the single most important and the most dangerous tool a trader has. It's basically using borrowed money to make your trade much, much bigger than your own capital would allow. The key thing to remember is that it magnifies everything, your wins and your losses. And this table just perfectly illustrates how it works. Let's say you have $1,000. Without leverage, if the price goes up 5%, you make $50. Nice. But with 10x leverage, that same $1,000 now controls a $10,000 position. So that same 5% move, it just made you $500. But here's the catch. A 5% move against you, and you just lost $500. Now get this. Some exchanges out there offer leverage as high as 200 times. 200x. It's almost hard to comprehend. With that kind of power, a tiny, tiny price movement against you isn't just a loss. It is the complete and total annihilation of your account. Gone. In an instant. Wow. Okay. We've gone from the birth of Bitcoin all the way to the insane dangers of leverage. So after all that, what on earth is a beginner supposed to actually do? What's the path forward? The advice is crystal clear. Do not just jump in. Step 1, acknowledge and really truly respect the extreme risk. Step 2, put education before action. Learn everything you possibly can before you put a single real dollar on the line. And step 3, practice. Use a demo trading account with fake money so you can learn the ropes without the very real financial pain. And this, right here, is the single most important takeaway from our source. As a new trader, your first job isn't to get rich. It's not even to make a profit. Your first, last, and only job is to learn how to control your risk. Survival comes first. The profits, if you're good and a little lucky, come much, much later. So we've laid out the map of this crazy, volatile world. We've shown you the powerful tools and the hidden traps. But this explainer, well, it's just the beginning. The real journey, the discipline of truly learning the rules of the game, that starts now.